Good afternoon, everyone. This video is to help people fix their own exhaust leaks. What we have here is a 2011 Ford F150 with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost. It has 168,000 kilometers on it, and we live in Western Canada, and they use a lot of salt on the roads, so corrosion is always an issue with any vehicle. This particular vehicle, if you're thinking of a Ford F150 with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost, if you're thinking of acquiring one of these, run away screaming. And that is all I'm going to say about this truck. What we have done here is we phoned around to a number of muffler shops to see if, to get a shop to do this. And the answer was always, we have no idea, bring it in. Maybe we can do it, maybe we can't. So the story here is, I can't take a day off work to pretend that they can fix this vehicle. We did try with one of these bring it in and we'll try it shops, and as you will see as we get further into this, that we have to clean up the mess that they made before we can actually repair this correctly. So if you just bear with me, we will continue with the video. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our 2011 Ford F-150 with the suspected exhaust leak. Well, it does sound a little louder than it did when it came from the factory, so let's look underneath. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now underneath our 2011 Ford F-150 with the suspected exhaust leak. I am guessing that that is our problem right there. Now, having sent these pictures to a number of muffler shops, the ones that did respond had no idea how to bridge that gap. So this is where this becomes a fix-it-yourself type item. All right, so what we need to do now is, as you can see from before, as I mentioned, we had one of these experimental outfits try this. So we have a bunch of really crappy welds and a really bad piece of pipe. And as you can see from here, all of the corrosion going off of this. This is common in this area, and there really isn't much you can do about it. So what we've been doing is we've been hitting this clamp with the WD-40 to kind of break it loose, hopefully. And now that we know what our problem is and what we're dealing with here, let's go back out from under the truck and we will continue on with this. We are back with our exhaust leak on our 2011 Ford F-150. And now that we have been under the vehicle and we have a pretty good idea of what the issue is, we can come down here and we can go to the web. And I have had really good luck with Walker exhaust components in the past, so this is usually my first go-to. I'm going to assume that everybody that's watching this video knows how to use the internet and browse these web pages. So what happens when you get to the Walker website, you'll put in your vehicle information and it brings up this great little graphic. So having been under the truck, we know that our problem is in this area here between the resonator and the muffler, and that the piece that has failed is the flex pipe piece right here with the angle bracket. So now that we have these part numbers from Walker, which is very useful, what I did do was I went to Amazon and ordered the parts from there. Being in Canada, it isn't always easy to order directly from the manufacturer. So in this case, we were looking for a local Canadian distributor, and Amazon is our go-to for that. I won't go through the process of ordering things on Amazon. I am going to assume that you know how to do that already as well. And so now that we've identified the pieces and we have them on order, we just wait until they arrive. Welcome back, everyone. We have ordered our replacement flex pipe from Amazon, and in their usual prompt fashion, we have received this, and this is what the piece should actually look like underneath there. So now that we've got the replacement part, we know what the issue is, and we will just go underneath the truck and we will remove all of the old rusted out components and prepare everything to be able to put in the new parts. And using our Walker web page, we do have the part numbers. As you can see, the 35337, 35793 tells us that we have the correct parts. We source these locally. It's a very common part and not an expensive part. So we didn't go through the hassle of ordering it online. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, they're a very common piece. All right, everyone, we're back underneath the truck, and after some hard work, a little bit of blood, and a lot of profanity, we are ready for reassembly. So this is what this looks like now. You can see that the band clamp is gone, and the rusted out manifold end of the old piece is now gone. What I had done was I had pushed the muffler assembly back out of the hanger, you can see that there, to give myself some more room to work with. And as you can see, we have this all cleaned up nice, and we've smoothed out the end. It was all hacked and slagged and everything, so we got all the slag off of it, got it all nice and clean. We've got ourselves a little bit of room to put everything back together. We have our replacement piece, so let's grab our replacement piece and let's see what this looks like when we're finished with it. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the completed assembly. As you can see, everything was cleaned up. We got rid of all of the slag and stuff, so everything fit nice. We got our new clamps, and we have our new piece in place. Everything is hung, everything's nice and tight, no leaks anywhere. So that is what it should look like. All right, so we will go out and we will fire this up and make sure that we have no other. Most people are going to be like me, and you're just doing it on your driveway with what you got on hand. So this all worked out really well. Not exactly sure why the muffler shops can't do it. I'm hoping that maybe one or two factory trained muffler techs will look at this video and get a better idea on how exhaust systems work and how to quote on them. All right, time for the ultimate test. Did we get this right? All right. That sounds significantly better than it did. And as we walk around on this, and we get to the tail end part of this, we actually have exhaust coming out our tailpipe. So it looks like everything has been successfully repaired on our 2011 Ford F-150. Well, that concludes the working part of the video. Just a little bit of summary stuff for you here if you're interested in it. When I was researching this, there are some people recommend just replacing the flex pipe with a straight pipe, but the purpose of the flex pipe is to reduce vibration along the exhaust system, and the exhaust system is tightly tied into the manifold and the turbo. And this engine on this vehicle is noted for chewing up manifold bolts. So I didn't want to risk putting any more strain on that. I've already had to replace the manifold bolts on this thing, and that is not a cheap fix. The bolts themselves are cheap, but getting them to them, you pretty much got to take the truck apart. The other thing with this, they suggested that some people said you could just do a turn down behind the resonator, but first off, it sounds like crap. But the other thing too is, again, mixed messages. They say that if you don't have enough back pressure by having the turn down, this particular engine is very susceptible to that, and there would be performance and durability issues. Again, these are all just what we've been told. If anybody has any actual real-world experience, I would love to hear it. I do hope you found the video useful. This took probably a couple hours. It would have taken me a little bit less. Had to do beer run. Thank you very much, and I do hope you found it useful. Thank you.